Okay, here's take two because during the first try, Ava came up to me and said, "Chip, chip," and gave me a cup of emptiness with which I had to fill it with chips. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, I'm inserting the ones in my inbox first in order of which they were sent to me. In the order in which they were sent to me. So first come, first serve kind of thing. And Jules asked me, here's the question. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck woodchuck would? 12. River Dancing Cass said, what's the clearest and earliest memory you can think of from your childhood? Changing my aunt's diapers. Because she was in a car wreck and she was she suffered severe brain damage, and for a long while she couldn't do anything, and I didn't change them myself, but I stood by and watched as my mom changed them. If I had a reset button, would I use it? Reset button for what? I use the reset button on my phone all the time, I use it on my computer all the time, I use it on my Wii, but on life, no. How would you react if you found random little notes from a stranger waiting for you by your front door every day? Not exactly bad or scary notes, just random little things. I'd find it kind of flattering, as long as they weren't bad or scary, just things like if I saw something that said, today I found a cloud formation that looked like Hawaii, I'd probably laugh. Do I have an object that's really special to me, like my own little Samulet? I didn't until about 2 weeks ago. When I went to New Orleans, I had my tarot cards done by a woman. I walked down the row of psychic people sitting out, and I sat down with this one woman who, she said she didn't do tarot cards or palm reading, but she read cards. She read fairy cards. And I said, so you don't do palm reading or tarot cards? And she said, no, I don't, but I can. If you give me your hand, I'll send you to someone who I think will give you your future the way you need to see it. And she sent me about 3 tables down to this old woman named Cece, I think her name was. And the woman did my cards, and at the end she said, and they were freakishly accurate, and at the end she said, do you have any questions? And I said, no ma'am. And she said, why do I feel like crying? And I told her that, everybody that day had been referring to me with female pronouns. She called me ma'am, and I looked at her and I said, because I'm a person who lives inside of a lie. And she said, I don't think I want to ask any more about that. And I stood up and I shook her hand and I said, thank you very much. And she reached to the side of her table, and she had been holding, since everything was outside and it was really windy, she had been holding her cards down with these crystals. And she picked up one of the crystals and handed it to me, and she said, use it for clarity during a journey or something like that. And I don't know, it means a lot to me. Okay, Andy asked me, explain my love for Sam Winchester in less than 20 seconds. Okay, he's just completely selfless, and the only thing he ever took for himself was just trying to be normal, and he's always being hated on for that, even though he regrets it more than anything. And that one thing that he took for himself, he was going to be a lawyer, so he was going to use it to help other people. And God, I don't know. How'd I get into writing poetry? I honestly have no idea. I just started. Cookies or cupcakes? Cupcakes? Are you fucking stupid? And then River Dancing Cass said, enough philosophical questions. If I wrote a letter to Iron Man, what would you say? How the fuck did you build that machine inside of a cave? What do I think would happen if Moriarty and Loki crossed paths? An apocalypse that not even Sam and Dean's love could stop. Oh my goodness, okay, and Anais asked me, what is my favorite French song? I don't know the name of it, but I know the chorus is, Et moi de joie, je pleurais et répétant les mots stupides, je t'aime. It's something like that. It's Et moi de joie, je pleurerai en répétant les mots stupides, je t'aime. It's something like that. Either that or non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Definitely. Okay, somebody asked me, oh, whoa, let me go to the beginning. Whee! Okay. What would I do if the world were overrun by super genius squirrels? Obey them, because seriously, what could they honestly do other than say, gather me nuts, and then have a nice day? Did I leave the gas on? No, I'm a fucking squirrel! What's my favorite color? Red. Why do I think the chicken crossed the road? To get to the other side, duh. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if woodchucks weren't such pussies? 12! Why don't you return my calls? I don't have your phone number. Do you still love me? Of course. Am I creeping you out yet? No. Claire said, if you were going to spend a week alone on a deserted island, what 3 items would you take along and why? A radio, a boat, and water. Like, drinkable water. And then, I can't remember your name. Local Giraffe said, I know you've said you wanted to be a teacher, but have you mentioned what grade you'd like to teach? I'd like to teach high school students, honestly, because I have no tolerance for kids older than Ava, which is like 2. Hang on, there's something else, I'm just trying to find it. Okay, what do I think is my most interesting / unique / absurd headcanon ever? It's a super who headcanon, and I've been trying to find the right words to write this down. I think that weeping angels, I think that after God realized that casting Lucifer down just made him into the devil and really didn't punish him that much, or it did punish him, but it wasn't the right kind of punishment because he just became the leader of hell. God was probably like, that's not punishment enough. I need to do something that will really punish bad angels. So instead of casting them down, God started turning angels into weeping angels and made their punishment so that anytime somebody looked at them, they froze. What do I have against woodchucks? Absolutely nothing. Am I allowed to just knock on your door when I head south again and scream surprise before running away? Yes, you are. You're absolutely free to do that. And that's it. Oh, 8 minutes.